ahead and just call for look for cardio electrical effort. Right.
Check body temperature.
Yeah.
What are you following up? Dispatch to 1K-04 for Bedwise. I see a man speeding down Joshua Road on CCTV.
Good Lord above.
Yeah, just to confirm, yourself.
Temperature is 0.
Damn, nice battles check here. Alright, ready to call it?
Yeah.
Time of death, 11:20.
Yep.
At this time, we're gonna have an 11:44, one visual, John. Thing.
Whoa.
Seems a big thing. How's everyone doing?
Amazing. I like that. At least on the medical part, it. I love it. It's great when we can just do our stuff next to it and don't have to how to do CPR and do bagging on the side because we can do shocking, medicine, forces, etc. So it's way easier if you guys can do that. So thank you very much for that.
Wait, so is the scene over? It's the...
Yeah, that's it. Pretty good.
Alright, so I couldn't be y'all backup because I was here. So, like, what was going on y'all end on the chase? Because I didn't even get to find out who y'all was who was shooting or nothing like that on the police side of things. So the people that was involved.
On terms of the chase, I think it needs a lot of practice on 1020s.
Yeah.
A lot of practice in terms of where we are. Yeah, in terms of because there was a minor 1080, and we didn't know which direction it was going. So I think someone said Joshua.
So they.
So we're all waiting on Joshua, and it turned out it was still going past Route 68 towards Vinewood.
I don't know. It was hard to know everything because we didn't receive the proper 1020s.
Listen, I'm not a cop, but from IRL things, like you need to call that out about every 5 seconds, including if you're just going straight. You definitely need to call it out like every turn. No, but I don't know if Conley would do that, but.
Ask a question.
I mean, I don't I don't know who was on the 1080s or whatever. Y'all don't gotta say who it was, but whoever, you know, is driving on the 1080 and not saying 1020s like every 10 seconds or every 15, 20. Like if you going minutes, no matter secondary, but if you don't have a secondary and it's just you gonna be driving by yourself, because you can say yellow jack, but you saying you going a 1080 without saying the direction for 1 whole minute at whatever speed somebody was going, unless they did a whole loop around to where they was going back to yellow jack around Sandy, is the only way you would stay at yellow jack thinking they would just be there. If someone is on the 1080 and they say a 1021, understand that's about to change in the next 10 seconds. So if y'all can't, like, y'all gotta practice driving and Zello. Like even in academy trainings, I mean, I don't know who hosts them. When I'm not hosting them, but I know it's a complete difference with driving with your Zello and just saying 1020s in a channel. If y'all don't know how to safely drive during a 1080, that just takes practice. I mean, if you're in another department or whatever, y'all can do those on the side. That's just y'all department, but we can do them all in academy trainings as well. But that can't be a thing, you know, like, because I mean, if I was in a 1080, I would hear constant 1021s, and I'm on a bike today. So like, constant 1020s, constant 1021s. I don't know. Some of our radios is kind of quiet, so I don't know if it's like a volume button people can like put up on their things.
Dispatch to 1K-04, be advised the CCTV result was for 10 more minutes ago.
But as long as we talking about these things with just changing, I'm like, the change starts with you. You know, if you was the officer that wasn't saying 1020s and you was driving. I mean, we have a probationary here. We're gonna have to teach him some things. It's basically his first run at things, but he's looking up to a lot of people right now. So let's yeah, I mean, that was cool. Y'all say what y'all about to say about what y'all was about to say.
So I was just gonna ask, as far as fire EMS,
Yep.
why did no one like leave my seat and go help another officer? Like you guys, no one can take off. You said that works.
No. Well, the whole scene was purposely for just one person. Like,
Yeah, I don't
and
know why.
we have one medic. Normally we have more firefighters on, and we have engine on top of that too. But here, if we're gonna have two people, we're gonna have no command on the actual scene, because we would have two command officers going to the under scene, because we can't just have one person handle a GSW. It would have just made a whole mess. So I just sent locals to it. I asked this person to send locals to it, because we couldn't deal with it if that's it.
Yeah, I didn't really hear that part.
So
Wow.
1 second. So you guys are like 6 medics and no one can.
We have
So here's our layout. There's a commanding officer, which is there to do communications and tell units what to do.
Part two.
Then we have a medic. Or we had a medic. Those two guys are focusing on that guy. He's dead. So he needs to do that scene. It requires 4 people to 5 people to stay on that person, because he needs oxygen. Someone's got to do that. He needs CPR. Someone's got to do that. He needs medication. Someone's got to do that. He needs to be timed for how long this is going on. That's the commanding officer's job. And we have all those people doing that. And then the injuries need to be dealt with, which is another job. Everyone's doing that. We don't have time to go to other people. And since he was the person that was down, he's the priority over another just like or something. And so we would send locals for that, because we had to be on the scene for at least 20 minutes before calling him dead as well. So yeah.
Wait. So can't you know for let's say for the person giving oxygen, you know, get like chief to do it, then you can send another unit to go assist with the other.
We
Yeah,
could
but
have.
that's what I was asking. That's really where my question was. Like, I just want like a little help with that because we also gotta understand the difference between it's 5 fire EMS in session, and then it's 5 LEO in session. So the time one officer is pulled in the medical scene, that's less backup for them new officers. So guess what? Now another officer is down, and now instead of like having an extra gun coming, at least once you start losing people in the gun battle, you can start losing more. So it's like in a session, priority don't stop once we get to this one officer. Because now I got another officer down. And I care about each and every officer within my time role playing. Being on the scene with one, I felt like I could have left. That's what I'm just saying right now. But in reality, it could have been a wrong thing to leave because I didn't want to leave. But I felt he was in good hands because Fiery and Mess was there. And I'm hearing other officers are getting shot at. Another officer goes down, which means now not only one more officer has to stay with this officer to help him, especially if there's not a fire EMS showing up because they already on the scene. That means it's one person now looking for this other person until anybody goes to the hospital. So I mean, I don't know how to make that easier for roleplay.
It's really difficult because we'll think about it in two ways. We'll think about it. Okay, we could send someone to this scene and roleplay. We would probably send an engine. If we send an engine, what they would do is they would treat the injury for that minute.
Mm-hmm.
They would control the bleeding, which is something an officer could do. And they would just sit there because obviously they can't transport the officer, so the officer would still be there until medics, wrap up. If medics are doing like a cardiac arrest, this is just a unique scene. A cardiac arrest takes at least 20 minutes of them being on the scene before they call. Unless it's something obvious, like there's brain matter all over the place. That's obvious. We can call that pretty quickly. But if it's like a regular situation, they just go suddenly into cardiac arrest, we have to stay on that scene for 20 minutes at least before calling that. And we need other officers to do. Again, we can't do anything. There's 5 jobs that are required on a cardiac arrest. 5 things we have to do. 2 medics can't do all that usually. That's why we have a lot of people on that.
Right. Yeah, and I see why we like those type of scenes. Like, I see why like we need the numbers. You know what I'm saying? Like go for it.
Looking at it like from the standpoint of the LEO standpoint, yeah, because there's a suspect. We didn't want anyone else to get shot, but if there was someone else shot, we'd probably go send another person.
IRL, it'll be more people. We know. We know, bro. We know. You did.
Split our resources.
But also, we're in a training situation. It's hard to represent how we actually do stuff.
Mm-hmm.
If we're gonna have half of our team on another scene and another half on the other scene, you're not gonna actually know how we actually work and what we need you to do and everything like that.
Right.
It would have just been a mess.
Right.
And
I thank y'all. I thank y'all Fire EMS for that because I just learned something about the whole process. We got a probie here, so this was like his first probably like even watching the officer get shot probably new to him. But for real quick, probie, when somebody gets shot, you want to make sure you check their vitals and they injuries, and then get gauze and bandage and put gauze and bandage on whatever's bleeding, bro, because if not, in IRL, like, they're leaking out, bro. So by the time another cop pulls up, they're gonna think that you already like looked at their injuries and then wrapped them up wherever, so to where they're gonna ask you what is wrong, what happened, you should be able to then say he got shot in the head.
Basically what we need you to do is like check injuries, obviously, so you can relate that information back to us so we know what we're doing. Control the bleeding with gauze and bandages. What is also a great thing you can do is check, if you can, the caliber. So let's say it's a 9mm or something that's less actually big and it's probably less blood maybe coming out. Everything like that that's actually a thing that you can also check would be great. And for the rest, just try to keep them stabilized as much as you can with the equipment you have, and then obviously we should respond, and then you can help us with whatever we're asking you to help with, basically.
Other questions on about work?
I'm gonna ask Pringle. Pringle.
Yep.
What you learned from this scene, bro? I need like a description. I need like, cause this, if it's gonna go towards your ride-alongs and for the day, I need to know like what you learned from this experience.
Everything needs to be done fast and efficient, and yeah, like fast.
I need a
efficient.
description. Like that's just fast and efficient. Like that's like 3 words. Like explain. Like we did medical. It's things you probably just did. What did you learn today? What did you do that you are glad you got done, or what did you see that you glad that you know to do next time? Like it's a lot of questions you can answer.
I'm glad I was in like a officer down situation, so I know what to do for next time if there's an officer down in a session.
What did you learn then? What did you learn to do? What is it that you know what to do when the officer is down?
Check for injuries if there is any, patch them up. Check vitals, check pulse, and then if pulse speaks, or if there's no pulse, start CPR.
Do you know that you have an AED in your trunk?
What was that?
Do you know what an AED is?
No.
Alright, it's basically a machine that shocks the person's heart rhythm back into place. Medical will probably have a better description of describing what it is, but
it's called an automatic defibrillator. Basically, you just have to put patches on your chest, and the thing literally does whatever it does. It will shock you. Technically, it would give you a warning because it has a little voice in the actual machine. It will say charging, shocking, clear, etc. You can also shock yourself, but that's not really recommended. Medics will do that, but it will shock itself when it has a shock bore rhythm. It will check that himself, but you are going to need to check that also. And check if it has zero pulse, etc. And then when it needs to shock, it's going to shock. That's why it's an automatic defibrillator. And it's going to check it's going to check if it actually has the right pulse to actually defibrillate. We've got a few actual things you cannot defibrillate. Normal cardiac arrest you can't. You don't really have to know that, but you can't always defibrillate. But it will check that and you get shock from it, basically.
And then we've got a video on that. And there's a bunch of people, and it's literally a video of exactly what we just did and why. Video. I think me and Conley's watched it. I know Conley's watched it. Future's watched it. Probably not. He needs to watch it if anyone wants to watch it. It's a 1-minute video. No, is that 2 minutes? It's a 2-minute video of basically the scene that we just did. What everything happened to us. I'm like, is he okay? Does he not understand what I'm saying?
What? Alright, everybody, watch the vid. Oh, what happened? Oh, kind on YouTube.
Wait, what now?
Watch the stream.
What stream?
Are you not listening?
I was in the kitchen, I just came back.
Alright, well, watch the stream. TJ stream, watching.
Whatever you do this.
What an amazing video. Wow.
It's basically what we just did.
And that's basically what you gotta do also. They did exactly basically what they should do. And also a lot of times civilians don't always do that, but if they start puking or something, you can roll them on their side so it doesn't they
It's
don't
called
poking on
recovery
it.
position.
Yeah, basically just
recovery
your job is to keep doing something.
Yep, so I think there was like 4 firefighters, 3 officers or more, 5 firefighters, 3 officers or more. That's
Yeah,
just,
I see it now. That makes sense.
but yeah, we've got another scene. Go to, but I'm not gonna tell you guys the scene obviously, so you guys can just go back on patrol right after that. Yeah.
With all the stuff we just told you, keep that in mind, and then we'll be.
One thing, Sergeant Ocean, just remember if you ever get shot or anything, you can just, press panic button. Then put that foot on cat, and you can IGI Ping's location. Then just add 911. Yeah,
TJ, are we gonna do
IGI.
twice?
No, I don't think y'all understood him. He said IGI it as well, and you could possibly tag our names too. If you playing like you down, with the little time you playing like you down, like those extra little things can. Other than that, and then that pinging the location, that shit helps. Not like 10 out of 10 all the time. So.
Alright. Yeah, cops, go ahead and patrol again. If your cars are broken or something, fix them. And fire must go to pin 1-2, and cop Joe can stay in here. And yeah.
Bro, I hope you guys don't mind, but like this was a lot for one dispatcher, so I'm just gonna go off.
Oh yeah. No, don't go off.
Well, that's
You
why
can't
I asked for 2 discs.
It's 10 p.m. I gotta go cook for my fucking brother. Like he's fucking older than me, and I gotta cook for him. So.
What you cooking? What you cooking, dog?
I know. I'm just gonna look at the refrigerator, see what the fuck.
Just cook him some fucking egg. Leave him alone.
Noodles and then
Egg
go.
and bacon.
Leave.
Honestly, make an egg, and some noodles, and then stir them together. Honestly, noodles and eggs are very nice.
Yeah, I know about that. He likes those kind of stuff, but we don't got noodles. They bought
Oh,
noodles
okay.
after those come.
Alright, okay. Thank you.
Sierra
10-1-2, dude. You're wrong.
Does everyone know
index.
how to...
Go 10-1-3 in. Alright, sorry, Peter.
Without giving too much away, does everyone know how to deal with an overdose?
With a what?
Overdose.
Overdose.
Don't
of
we
what?
got narco pins? Don't we got the narco
you
pin?
can, and you can look for the
You just put that
pupils.
thing in their
I'm like,
nose,
we
no?
got the narco pin. I know that.
Yeah, there you go.
You can also check the
Fill it up.
pupils if they
Yeah.
dilate.
You put the narco pen right, and then just put them on their side. That's basically all I know.
And insert the medication, and then decide if we know to do a certain rub. Oh, that
Yeah.
doesn't work.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
good.
cool. Zero for TJ.
Julio carry Narcan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. All on.
UK law enforcement don't carry Narcan.
Of course they
Yeah.
do. I carry on my patrol.
Yeah, no, but UK don't carry Narcan. UK
Seriously?
law enforcement.
Okay, thank God we're in the US.
Yeah, UK law enforcement don't carry Narcan.
That's what's stupid.
Well, also, UK cops don't carry guns, so...
Yeah, UK
Yeah.
cops don't even carry tourniquets. They just carry a basic medical kit, unless they're a trauma cop.
Damn.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Adrian,
that's why.
do you know that
That's why I
UK's
question where
dumb,
you.
their police. UK's police are dumb. We can all agree on that, okay?
Then you give those heavily armed people just standing at the palace.
Yeah. I'm saying that's all they have. The only ones that are, like, armed there are, like, the special forces.
Yeah,
Like,
do you
there's
see
no
what
one with pistols,
weapons
they're
they
all
have?
just rifles. There's
The
rifles or
weapons.
tasers.
It's MP7s, it's rifle scopes, attachments, everything. It's unbelievable. And then it's like they're taking the police budget and placing it into there. Because the police, if they don't use guns, they're just wow.
You gotta see the attachments. You know what I would do for attachments on my rifle? Yeah, I'm willing to pay for it.
Oh wow.
You can't get attachments. It's insane. It's so frustrating. You know how annoying it is to get the aim with the little like, their little.
Oh.
There's not even like you just gotta line it up.
Yeah.
You have to line it up.
Yeah.
Hey Adrian, you know that golden Buffalo STX?
Yeah.
Well, that was me. Had to get into it.
Oh,
Mine.
okay.
Yo, Proby, where's my vehicle?
I tried to repair it, but there was some data right next to the
Hurry up.
arm wrestling, so I'm going to a different one.
Okay, hurry up.
With flames with the ARs, with no scope. I know it depends on the rifle or how it's set. You know, you need to from the front. I don't know what you call those pieces. You need to aim a bit up or a bit down, depending on the rifle.
Yeah, no, I use that M16.
It's an hour one call.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't have a vehicle. You don't.
We don't have dispatch either.
No, it's all good. Wanted man running into Stab City looking angry and carrying a gun.
Wanted man.
Yep.
No. Oh yeah, one.
Let's go and have some fun.
Alright, who?
Take two.
Go talk
What's
to
your
me on the
number?
radio.
033 on one call.
Should we swap vehicle it?
1K-02.
Oh, yeah, he said wanted.
It's wanted.
Oh yeah, he said he wanted it. Yeah, go swat it.
So
I'll do it.
I and it's on, so you know, SWAT's offers an option.
Damn, come on, where's the Bearcat? All right, there we go.
Alright, I'll go secure the entrances and exits and see.
Hey,
if I
hurry
can
up,
get
man. Meet me in the SWAT van. No more than 3 minutes, man. No
Conley,
more than
Conley,
3
grab
minutes.
Can I grab the high speed swap?
Go grab a high speed SWAT. We need to get that SOP started, man. Like,
Yeah.
we can start typing little stuff in every little day.
I think the Civ just left.
1K-04 1023 at Stab City.
1K-02, what's your 1020?
What'd you say?
What's your 1020?
My 1020 is at the police station. I'm getting the Bearcat.
Well, we just can't leave him, so he gonna have to roll with us, man.
Yeah, probably. You're gonna take the regular unit and just follow behind the Bearcat, okay?
Okay.
Just meet by the Sandy Shores police station, okay?
He can jump in with me if he wants.
No, I'm here, I'm behind.
Yeah, no, I want him to have the vehicles. I don't want him to be spotted.
Oh.
Right, so I'm joining back in, so don't do your little raid thing or whatever you do.
Yeah. No, you all good. You all good.
We'll wait.
We'll wait where we at.
The entrance exit is secured. We've parked our vehicles here at the entrances.
Do we got some? Ooh, we don't got.
I'm saying
we don't got a helicopter. Damn.
You want me to get a helicopter?
I
You want me to
could
get a helicopter? You have time now.
Yeah, I can.
No, I'm tactical. I'm tactical. 1 second.
I mean, we just really need regular air routes, bro. Like, no, I need you on the ground. I don't need you. I don't need you in the.
Tactical.
I don't.
1 second. Tactical Air Ops has a gun too. I can assist.
Bro, how can you do anything flying?
No, I land.
No, I don't need everyone to land, bro. I'm like, you gonna land, the helicopter gonna get shot up, then you gonna end up back in the vehicle.
Let's go.
And I'm like, I need somebody, cause if he in Stab City, we need somebody to make sure you don't go running behind, bro. If we didn't just go, he said there's somebody waiting up front. We don't have him in the door yet, so we don't know if he's about to swim to the other side. Did he say he started, or he said we still waiting?
Still waiting for him to join.
We're going. No.
Yeah, bro. Adrian, wait, bro.
No, I'm just giving description. I looked at.
Oh, you saw him?
Follow.
Okay, you saw him and stuff. Okay.
Look in IGI. You see what I mean.
Okay. Let me go look. Nah, my bad. I'm like, hold up, don't start too fast. Okay. Cool. Slabs.
So, Chief, you're driving? Okay.
No, you can drive, folk.
Okay.
Crazy, is that you back there? Yeah.
So once never mind. If we have time, I said maybe they can come back here and use this role to get and rather than stay there and they can change the haircut. Oh shoot, I didn't change it to my
Alright, so how we're gonna go about this raid is, let's say 3 officers going in and while 2 stay back at the entrance.
Hey, do we got 3 Alpha going into a helicopter? Or is he? Are you certified to even do that in the SAP? I don't even know.
Well.
If you're not certified to do it in state, then no.
I don't know. Bing one left said I was okay, but because I was air ops and LSPD, but I don't.
Right. I mean, I don't know, man. I'm not sure. So I don't know if you're certified. Say what you said, Crazy, what?
Are we still using Zello?
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm doing SWAT.
Did I not change your call sounded?
From 26 to 23, wasn't it?
No. think. I told you, you 19, David, man, bro.
What? When did I checked the other day and it's still 23 David.
Let me change it in the thing. That's my bad if I didn't change the SOP. I mean, yeah. No, you 19. Let me go change that.
Okay, cool. All right, who's driving the Bearcat?
1K.
Oh yeah.
All right, when you come in, can you use second entrance and you can drive in through the gap that we've left you?
Should I be responding already? Like, I don't know if I want to respond yet.
Are we responding?
Wait, I'm hearing gunshots.
Okay, go.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm responding.
Yep.
Alright, call over here. Alright.
Yeah, man. Intimidate.
Oh,
1 kilo, 1 you can show me is 20 David responding to the shots fired at Stab City. Oh, was that a glitch? Did you?
Yeah. I was like 10 meters behind you and then all of a
There's
sudden...
cars.
Oh. Stay down.
Whoa! Stay down. Oh, that. That's an in-game event that just drove past us.
Yeah, this is
My
Are
car.
you gotta be kidding me? It's in Stab City. Are you kidding me?
Probably stay a little bit behind, bro. Stay a little bit behind so you don't ram us if we break.
Alright, use the secondary entrance. Alright, we left a small gap for you to get your vehicle through.
Yeah, let's get used to the Zello, guys. Let's do it professionally.
Yeah, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, why? Let's go. So we don't get interrupts, right?
No. Because I want to make sure I don't want to go air ops because.
Okay.
I don't,
Makes sense. That's good. No, that's good. That's good.
Superb.
All right, so we all here. We don't got the back. We don't got the perimeter. The perimeter surrounded. So what do you? How y'all want to go about that, y'all? I mean, I know I'm head of LEO, but I'll let somebody here take command.
All right. So if I do spin command, OTMG, if you take primary and SWAT, Conley, if you take secondary SWAT, and then we're gonna go with 3 Alpha 19. Are you SWAT trained?
No, I'm getting it though.
Adrian, you SWAT trained though. You are. I know you are.
No, I'm not. Well, no, I'm not part of SWAT. No.
Okay, so then we're gonna go 3 Alpha 19
Okay.
and go.
Hold on. Yep.
All right. So Flames, your primary. So you set up the team you want to do it, and then we'll obviously block off the exits.
Okay, and who's with me?
I'm with you.
Just Chief?
Yeah, it's me and you.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I say on foot, Chief. What do you think?
No, I say we drive through and go to the back to make sure like we got the back secured. If we shoot out our tires, he shoot out our tires.
All right.
Well, let me drive through. Let me drive through. Come on, go to the other side. Come on.
We can have.
Probationary officers go 1K-02. If you can be on Adrian 6, please, and I'm going to match up with 3 Alpha 19, so we're paired up, please.
Oh, I see somebody.
Oh, yeah, the guy.
We see somebody.
Yeah, we done.
10-4.
That fits the description.
All black with a well, damn.
Purple jeans, purple hat.
We see somebody purple, all purple, black shirt, purple mask, purple hat, purple pants. He's right here at this trailer. Me and damn, I don't even know your call sign, bro. Let's change our call sign, bro. 24 David.
All right, 24 David.
Adrian
20 David and 24 David will be driving to the back of the trailer to ensure we have a back perimeter.
I'm just trying to see where you are.
I'm sorry, I got
Crazy, we can. Crazy, a possible strategy is we can let the other two officers cover the entrance. Then we can have two strike teams, one existing from me and you, and then the other from Chief and
Cargo's coming back. Cargo's coming back.
Chief, I say we gas the place first.
We don't even know what he said. He's a wanted man. We know it's a wanted person.
It's wanted. Search warrant. We'll ask for it to come out with his hands up. He doesn't come out. We gas.
Well, he just took off his mask. I just saw a little bit of him without his mask.
Do you want a third officer down there?
Okay, so look.
For now, we're good.
No, 24 David and 20 David sees the person in the back. If we can have additional teams pull up to set up perimeter around just the trailer now, and having two of those officers watching our 6, we can hold down this trailer and then proceed for it.
Alright, Crazy, you and I can go, then the other 2 can stay beyond.
I wouldn't, because if he runs, then I've got my vehicle here. So I would take you and the probationary can go in. So if you take your vehicle and proceed in, me and 3 Alpha 19, because 3 Alpha 19 is AR trained, so we've got the exit and we can actually shoot at the tires if needed. If he jumps in.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Alright, probably follow me.
So 19 David, show 2 vehicles that responded towards your thing.
Okay, well, careful, he can start shooting, but they're not armored vehicles, I believe.
Go, turn y'all cars to where y'all could be behind them. It's 2 doors that could possibly get shot out of.
Who am I getting shot by now?
Info, we have a visual of a white STX. Around what trailer is the suspect?
Alright, get the vehicle plate in a safe position, and then I'm gonna have 24 David try to do call outs into the building.
Yeah, start call outs.
1K-05 is
Starts call out of the suspect.
We're just gonna.
I'm gonna go down to 10-1-3.
Do we have 1052s on standby?
Yeah, we're at the STX. Alright, go position.
Did we call for 1052s to be for standby?
10-4, 2 officers are on standby at the suspect's STX.
52s.
So we're Stab City, so 2 seconds. Where's the nearest place they can go? Oil refinery, I think, is going to be their safest place.
I'm gonna pop a tire.
19 David to any EMS. 19 David to have you of the oil refinery. We have a potential suspect here. Just on standby, please.
Overall, we've got a white STX tires.
I think 24 David. Okay, we need to go. Let's go down one.
David, 20 David, do you want to gas? We have shots fired.
Except for the shots fired, it's Stab City levels.
10-4. Chief, mute yourself.
19 David to 24 David, hop out the vehicle, bro, and watch the door with your rifle pointing at it. I'm about to try and get the drone to see if we can get a visual before we even move up to the door. Can I confirm that the 2 officers have sight on the door, because I will be operating the drone and I won't have time. I will have less time to react to get my gun to make sure everything is put up. I'm getting the drone. I'm getting the drone now. "24 David, continue call outs."
David, I currently have eyes on front, back door, and sort of the front door. Other units have the back, the front door, and we are waiting for the drone footage.
Drone is in the sky. I now have eyes on both doors. I will see if I can get some type of peek or a silhouette through these shades of the windows, but they don't seem to have an opening.
For David, I'm continuing with the call out. Still no response.
Officers. Officers. Officers.
David, there's some kind of contact.
Officers.
24 David, we have moved to the window. Move to the window. Sir, come out with your hands up.
Officers. I don't feel so good.
I'm hearing some type of audio mumbling.
Up, okay?
I can't do that.
Why not, sir?
I can't.
24 David, start negotiation.
I can't. I'm stuck in here.
Just open up the door, man. Just open the door.
I'm stuck in here. I can't open the door.
Why not?
I can't. I just can't. I'm gonna go to jail.
No, you're not gonna go to jail. Listen. We're here because we heard that there's a puppy stuck in the trailer. We just want to make sure that the puppy's okay. If you just come out and let us search the for the puppy, and the puppy's not there, you can be on your way. Okay?
No puppy. Why have you got a SWAT truck for a puppy?
Because it's a very rich puppy.
There's no puppy in here.
Okay, we just need to check that.
I can't. No, I can't.
We just check to make sure. We don't care about anything else in there. We won't even touch you. We'll just walk in, we'll check for the puppy, we'll come out.
I can't do that.
Why not, man? What's your name?
I can't tell you my name.
So what do you want me to call you?
Call me D.
10-9, your transmission is kind of muffled for me.
Okay, D. So why are you in the trailer even? Is it yours?
Yeah, I live here.
Yeah, it's a nice house.
Setting it up now. It's picking up audio.
I won't come in. How about this? You want to do a deal? Do you have a phone on you?
I don't do phones.
You don't do phones. Can I just? How about you come out and we talk face to face?
I can't do that. I'm
Why
stuck
not, man?
in here. I'm stuck. There's no coming in. There's no coming out.
Listen. At the end of the day, we just want to check that the puppy's okay, or that there's a puppy in there. We don't even know there's a puppy.
No puppy.
Okay?
There's no puppy.
I don't know that. I need to check. So how can you help me check to make sure there's no puppy? How about this? Let's make a deal. Yeah. Do you see me? Do you see where I am? I'm right to the SWAT truck. You see the SWAT truck? I'm waving to you. Hi.
Yeah.
Okay? Look, this is what we're gonna do. You come out, you see there's a door all the way on the other side, right? I'm not even near that. Oh, there, perfect, hi. See?
Nah, this is the window, this is the window.
There's a window?
Yeah.
First green door's opening.
Window's opening.
It's going to be a window. It's going to be a window because I'm talking to him. So, how about this? Let's just... Okay, how about you put down first, let's put down the gun. First, let's put down the gun, okay?
No, can't put down the gun.
You can't put down the gun? Okay, so have this, fine, you don't have to put down the gun. How about you go out the other door, okay? You just stand there. I'll quickly peek inside the house. Just peek inside the house, and you can go ahead and go back in and have your day, okay? We'll be far away from each other, so I won't be able to touch you.
I can't do that, I can't let you do that.
So what can you do for me? What can I do for you?
Nothing, I just want to be left alone. Just want to be left alone, man.
Drone is picking up audio, transmitting it to officers on another transmission.
Were those gunshots coming from the suspect or were they coming from something else?
20 David to units. Drone has
I don't
seen.
feel good, officer.
Drone has seen
Okay,
cocaine.
so how about this? What you just want me to leave you alone, right?
20 David to all units. Drone has seen cocaine
so
and syringe on the table.
I do you a favor. Does that work? Yeah?
No, it doesn't work.
Okay. I stayed right over here, right where I am. Okay? I don't move. You walk out of your house, okay?
Officer,
Walk out of your house. Open up the door for me. And that's it.
My head's hurt.
And then listen to this, okay? We can get a drone. Do you know what a drone is?
God, my head's hurt, I can't.
Hey, listen, are you okay? You okay? How you feeling? D, talk to me.
It's three lines. It's 3 lines of the cocaine with the syringe. I don't know if he already
Listen.
took one. I can look closer and see if it's powder.
24 David, we have lost contact with the suspect. He is now going to be on the floor in the back door. David, do you want to move into a better position? We can try tasing him. Time he peeks out.
The person has dropped to the floor with white bubbles coming from his mouth. I didn't see any bombs when I looked in. Command, do you want us to proceed in with caution? officers on the side of the building, come to me. Come to me by the green door. We're about to get ready to move in.
Yeah.
We're in the middle of a training.
Yeah.
We're in the middle of training.
What training?
Oh, firing mesh training, but I'm meant to be sneezing on the floor right now. Just
We're getting ready to breach. I need a man behind me. I need a man behind me. We are getting ready to breach.
defo Migo thing as well.
One man with me. One man with me.
Alright, Chief, I'm behind you. Chief, I'm behind you.
No, you're not. I'm over here by myself.
Okay, guys, be careful, please. Let's not hit each other.
24 battalions, make sure to take distance between each other, not to shoot each other. Crossfire. Crossfire.
Move in on
Alright,
3.
Chief, I'm behind you.
Is everybody ready?
Is everybody ready?
Call in when you're ready.
Call in and when you're ready.
1K-04 ready.
We're David ready.
Move in on 3.
Move in on 3.
1,
1,
2,
2.
3. Breach, breach, breach.
Breaching, breaching, breaching. Alright, on the ground right
On the
now.
ground, on the ground.
Police on the ground.
On the
Police
ground.
on the ground. Check crossfire, check crossfire.
Cuff him up, cuff him up. Let's get him. Slash cuffs.
Grabs
Put him.
and puts down the floor.
Puts in the cup. He's already in the floor.
He's on the floor.
He's having a seizure.
Handcuffs.
He's having a seizure. Do we have man?
Suspect is handcuffed.
He's having a seizure. He's having a seizure.
Alright, I'm gonna go grab a medkit. Moving to grab a medkit. Alright, approaching. I'm entering with a medkit. Entering with medkit. Alright, rolling him to recovery position.
Get that pen in him.
We got the med. We got the med.
Yo, whoever's holding the gun, put it down.
Put the gun down. Put the gun down.
Whoever's holding the gun, put it down.
We got the med.
Yeah, I got medkits. Working on it right now.
Good stuff.
David, pen has been put in. Used. Put him on his side.
Come for his head.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Suspect is now on his side.
Make sure his head is put a blanket or something.
Did y'all put
Someone check for
EpiPen?
pulse. Check for pulse.
Alright, checking for pulse.
Hey guys, at the medic here, did y'all push an EpiPen?
Talk to the
Yes,
medic.
We applied EpiPen.
Okay, is he having an allergic reaction or what?
No, it's going to be for drugs. We have drugs in the complex. We believe it's from drugs. We have checked. We have given the evidence
Okay.
he's currently on the sign, and we're checking for pulse.
I need you to
Pulse
push
is going to be
nasal.
50.
I need you to push Narcan, not Epi. Epi doesn't work for that.
Okay.
It
Narcan.
wouldn't work.
Okay, Narcan.
You should have Narcan nasal spray on you, I think.
We got the medic. I'm about to go hold
Okay,
the.
we put in the.
I'm gonna hold perimeter.
We put in the nasal.
I'm gonna hold perimeter.
Alright.
Okay, whoever, except for 1K-04, everyone back off from the suspect and let EMS do their thing.
Let's get an IV into him real quick. Let's get vitals on him. Alright, they said they pushed everything.
We also put nasal now. If you guys want.
Okay, you did push nasal? Okay, good.
Yeah.
They also pushed narc. DJ, I'll be back in 5 seconds. Give me a moment.
He's having overdose.
Who's patient again? Oh, okay. Yep, no urgency. We got that.
We're starting perimeter. We're starting perimeter.
I'm gonna be adding a monitor on him.
When the scene is clear, we're gonna need to take pictures and then start gathering up evidence. David has set perimeter behind a gray bravado.
Are you responding to the medication? Okay.
What?
So you're responding to the medication?
I don't know, I'm checking right now. Yep, he did respond. The overdose, I'm guessing it's stopped.
Checking his vitals, so it seems like his monitor is glitching or something.
Sir, can you hear me?
Alright, I'm back. Is he conscious?
Little bit. Not to be
bit. Alright. Hey, sir. Looks like you just had an overdose, right? You're in Stab City. In a little cabin over here. Okay. We're medics. We're helping you currently. Okay. There was also officers over here.
By the way, medics, suspect is cuffed. But,
Okay. So is he getting arrested or what's happening?
He's wanted.
yeah, we have to check everything, but according to CCTV, he's wanted, according to facial recognition.
Medics, if you don't mind, can you just take a small blood sample for me?
We can't do that over here. We're not gonna do that. That goes in the... No.
Next to the hospital, but we're not going to be able to do that.
We have a pulse of 23, a BP of 120, a 50, and O2 of 13%.
Alright, let's get an IV started. Let's get him going.
We most likely gonna have to transport. We're gonna have to prisoner transport him to the hospital with paramedics.
They've already stretchered.
Yeah, I already got it. I'm not worried.
Does he have no head injuries, anything that he didn't fall or anything like that? Overdose?
Didn't seem like it.
Okay.
Is he bleeding from any places?
You said he doesn't talk or you cannot talk? Sir?
Alright, so the last thing my drone seen was him falling to the floor. And on the looks on the table, yeah, him falling on the floor and having a white foam coming from his mouth. We come in and he was foaming at the mouth, so we cuffed him and put him into a recovery position. An officer laid him on his side. I believe they put, epi or narco into him, and then that's when I left to. That's when y'all came and I went to set a perimeter.
Yeah. He's still unconscious.
Still unconscious. Alright.
What do you want me to push?
I don't know if he hit his head or anything like that would have injured him.
Yeah.
But he may have a syringe mark on his body somewhere if he did take some cocaine, possibly.
Well, he conscious? Oh, he's not
He's not
conscious again.
conscious.
Real quick, check his airways one more time, then check. No,
I
actually,
did.
don't jet. Don't. Okay, airways clear. Okay, do sternal up first. If that doesn't work, push an cam again. I don't want to push an cam for no reason.
He's got the over.
Unconscious.
Full suspect is.
Oh, it can
Eyes
start
are
again.
not. Eyes aren't pinpoint, so I don't know.
They're still pinpoint.
They're not.
They're not pinpoint. Okay, just sternal rub and try that. Let's not.
Earlier, I checked.
Airways are blocked.
Airways are blocked. Okay, let's suction that, guys. Or try to just get him on his side first. But if that doesn't work, let's get a suction. I'll get a suction for you guys. You guys get him on his side first, alright?
For David, once EMS clears, can we have 2 units following them?
What the fuck? You got one too?
Okay, so he's what does he have in his mouth? Someone said.
Who's Diamond 1?
Someone said he had something. Bone.
Whoever Diamond 1 is, why are you starting CPR?
What? What's happening?
going on?
Oh,
What?
Who is this?
Who is Diamond 1?
Why is
Hey,
everyone
can
in
you
here?
back the hell up?
Sir?
Why?
Sir?
Back the hell up, dude.
Who's Diamond 1? Why is this guy?
Hey, can you guys get this guy out of here now? Can you take him over? I gotta grab right now. Take him over.
Sir?
Yeah, this guy. And the dude.
Yeah, I know.
Get him out of here.
He's my chief.
Yeah, get him out of here. He's doing CPR for no reason. Gotta break this guy's rib.
Not a doll.
What the? Alright, is the foam out?
Yeah, please. So,
Okay, that's good. Let's. Okay, let's try to just sternal rub him. Maybe we'll wake up.
Okay.
Sir? You hear me, sir?
Yes.
Does anybody have a name on this guy?
I'm doing the sternal rub now.
Oh, what the fuck is going on?
Alright, so you had an overdose, alright? You're at Stab City, okay? You had the overdose, it looks like, alright? We're medics. We're medics, okay? We're helping you, friendly, okay?
No, I don't do drugs.
We have a name.
You don't do drugs? It looked like you had some kind of
Name
episode going on.
AJ Dizzy.
Alright. What's your name, sir?
I don't know.
Do you know your name?
I
You
got
know
a
your
name. I got
You got a name? Okay. Do you know where you're at right now?
Oh, I don't remember actually. The only thing I remember was like sweating, running into me, and then laying on the sofa.
Do you know what year it is?
Like 2019.
Right, he's
Alright.
ADHD.
It is. No allergies.
He does take medical marijuana. No
Yeah,
allergies.
do you take medical? No, do you
Even
take
though-
medical marijuana still, right?
Yeah,
Well,
weed.
No allergies, but for some reason the doctor wrote allergic to cough.
Interesting. Alright, sir. Alright. Did you take any drugs? You can be honest with us, no cops around, we're not gonna tell you. Well, we need to know to take care of you properly, alright? You don't have to worry about the cops. We're not telling you. But I need you to tell me what you took. If you took something, we can't lie about that. Officer, can you get out? Officer.
I know I've got some. I know I've got some syringes, heroin syringes, and like a block of cocaine.
Did you take some cocaine?
A little bit, maybe like
a bit of heroin or some shit like that. I don't know. I don't do
Okay.
drugs. It's my friend's house, not mine.
Alright, let's get him. Let's get him.
Alright, let's get him on the stretch, guys.
Someone help me on to the stretcher. It's already lowered. Alright, 3, 2, 1.
What the fuck is going on?
Alright, we're lifting up your stretcher, okay? We're gonna get you to the hospital, okay?
Where they?
Let's
Alright,
go, guys.
medics, we're gonna have one. Is it good if we have one officer join you in the
Yes, I
ambulance?
need one of you here. Yes, I need one of you here. Also, let's get an officer behind as well.
Yeah.
Make sure he's up to the stretcher. Make sure he's up to
I'll escort them.
Okay.
Alright, Pringle, I want you to be in the ambulance with them, then Sergeant, you can escort them along, then I'll join you with the escort, alright?
At the ambulance or behind the ambulance?
Okay?
I'll be at the main entrance.
10-4.
1 Kilo 05, before David and Tony Hill stay here for investigation.
Hey, do you remember your name, sir, already? Do you think you know your name yet?
I don't remember nothing. I just
No?
Grizzly.
That's fine, alright.
Gang, Grizzly gang.
Grizzly gang. Okay, I don't think that's your name, sir.
Thank you.
Bravo 2 is on the
Alright, my vehicle.
You need any help?
Alright.
I'm in the back.
Yeah, you're in the back.
I said
Alright,
you're
my
going.
vehicle is my vehicle was parked.
How to you're in the back, Matt.
Hey, who can hear me?
Hey, don't take
Hello?
my
Who can hear me? I'm in the back of this ambulance. I want to go home.
You're coming, sir.
Go ahead.
Say mine.
Transport him with prisoner to transport.
10-4.
Yeah, I'll be in the.
Follow
be
the
in the-
transport.
Do we have somebody escorting the subject? 3 Alpha 19 is transport an ambulance, and then we have one inside.
Alright, Commander, I'm gonna use your vehicle, alright? My vehicle's tires popped at the moment.
Hey, Chase, in camera 4.
Car 6, do you have a transport set up for the ambulance?
Alright, do you need any help?
Hey, look, yeah. Look, yeah, just unlock these doors and yeah, lift me out of this bed and just let me go.
551, do you need any help?
Copy, perfect.
Hey, who's
Alright,
in the back of this ambulance?
Ambulance. Listen, that's fine. Alright, whoever is driving, there's gonna be one in front of you, one behind you, one inside. I'm gonna follow all the way behind, right? Let's get going. There's gonna be one in front of you.
Pillbox is sending medical.
Ambulance, I'll be in front.
Pillbox is sending medical. 06. Car 6.
I think you should be able to. You can go to Sandy, right? Yeah, let's get over to Sandy. Actually, okay, you know what? Ambulance, get him.
I need the one unit in front of me. I have one behind me. Where's the other one?
Alright, I'm passing in front. I'll take front.
DJ.
I'll take
Yeah.
Go
Can I have
10-1
the
frequency.
unit with lights and sirens in the front?
With sirens, alright.
Wait at the bomb.
Do a public chat.
DJ, go 10-1 frequency for me. Ambulance.
Okay, let's start this investigation, shall we? Let's get new gloves on. Let's start this. Puts new gloves on. Okay, I got new gloves. Let's start. I guess we can start with that. You guys ready? Crazy, you here?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just looking at to see what's. Yeah, can you hear me?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So So let's get new gloves on and let's start this. Okay, I'm gonna start.
Oh, glove accessories.
Listen, do you have the news? The news one? Yeah, you got the news. What's wrong with you?
Me? Man, because I'm national, yeah? Remember that, yeah?
Ooh, I like those gloves. Let me see if we have them.
What, the blue nitro gloves?
Yeah, I don't know if I have them actually. Start. Let's 1 second.
Shall we go in?
Okay. Yeah. I'll start with picking up his puff.
Wow, folks. Hey, why was my mic off this whole time? So I'm talking to y'all the whole time. I'm thinking y'all ignoring the fuck out of me. But what I'm saying is, look, I know, look. Don't speak on anything controversial because I'm streaming.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
Alright, okay, so basically I'm about to put on my gloves and then y'all already started, right?
Yeah.
Alright, cool, here I come. Let's get some pictures in that place and then we can start back and stuff.
I'll grab a camera. I'll grab a camera first. I'll grab a camera, we'll take pictures, and then we'll start with the picking up stuff and getting in the bag though.
2 seconds, let's just take it back a notch. Did he shoot outside the window? If he did, I'm going to just start looking for bullets outside.
No, I don't think he shot.
I don't believe he actually shot. I don't believe he shot. Okay. But we can search the area for bullets afterwards.
Yeah. I'm going to start there. I'm going to start there while we've still got a bit of daylight.
Grabs camera. Okay. Screenshots we're doing it. For any case we want to do. Got one pic. I'm gonna get a pic of his Hulk by the window.
We need to really work on our on a lot of things.
You know we go.
Yes, we do. Alright. So I'm inside the building now.
Is your flashlight like shining from outside?
That's a powerful light.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
This
is a crazy light, man.
Yo, crazy light.
This doesn't miss anything. Yeah?
Oh, you cannot look into that thing. You will go blind. Oh my god. All right, let's get this taken care of, y'all.
Yeah. So I've got pictures. I got pictures of his pulp in the room and where he cuffed him basically and we treated him.
Okay. I'm gonna take a picture of actually his caravan where he's located.
Yeah. I'll go give you the camera.
That's right. I've got one. I've got one as well.
Okay, bro. So I'll just put my camera back.
Yeah, cool.
Puts back camera. Grabs baggies. There, I'll do evidence. Baggies. Okay, I've got the baggies.
All right, hold up. I'm trying to make sure I see everything. Give me 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Searching the room, looking around the room. I'm like, whatever we got a picture of anything else we.
Well, one time again, we should.
We just found the combat pistol. I just found the combat pistol.
Cool.
Hold up, don't touch it yet. Don't touch it. Don't touch it yet.
Okay. You gotta first unload it. Check it.
Just to confirm, this is his Buffalo STX, correct?
Yeah, he said it came back to an
Yeah, the white
AJ
one.
Dizzy.
Yeah, cool, superb. That's going to be. There we go.
So if we don't know where it's going to be located, it's in the general area.
All right, just say let's pick it up. Picks up. You can start picking it up now.
Yeah, 1 second. I'm just going to unload it first and do safety
Yep.
precautions.
Do all your things. Yeah.
Okay. Grabs the pistol, points it away from people, and takes out the magazine. Loads it 3 times. Checks inside the barrel.
Man, put that in RGI.
I did.
That's crazy. All right, good stuff. All right.
And next one. Man, he's not flexing his IGI muscles.
It's all good.
I've sent a local cop to transport your vehicle back to your location.
Okay.
Okay, on the floor. Okay, so you'll be over here.
Yeah.
So you took a picture of this cocaine, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, I told, okay.
Garage drugs or something.
Are we treating this as a proper active case or not?
I assume so.
Yeah, like
He's saying we don't need to create a file or anything for session wise, but we could, we treat it the same way we treat in session.
Well, it's a shame. Alright, his arse nailed already.
You know the he's part of the gang.
Yeah, 100%. I had him arrested the other day. Well, it was me and only Yusuf, and we had to co-fire him, so he's the one that refused to get out of his vehicle.
There you go. That's yeah. Okay. Yeah, Chief, he's not actually responding to anything.
I think he's starting the session up.
Yeah, because he's about to start the session. Alright, so yeah, we got the drug tested for cocaine.
Okay, so he's not responding. I'm just gonna assume that there's no bullets inside the gun's clear. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the gun and puts it into baggie.
Yeah, it's just responding. There's nothing.
Yeah, we saw that. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the baggie, and I'll put the magazine into a separate bag. Marks each one. Okay, and I'm gonna go put them in the vehicle.
Takes pictures of officers doing work.
Yeah, video, not pictures. Puts them into vehicle.
Somebody grab me a scale, man.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go and grab it from my holder. Yeah, I've got a holder and a holder back on my vehicle, so all's good. Give me 2 secs.
Yeah. Man, it's so much nicer working with higher ups. Oh, yeah.
Where are you, Chief? You're inside.
Yeah.
Right, I'm just bringing you the scales now.
Everyone out of EMS wants us to come to their VC so we could talk about the scene and continue.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. We probably just done anyway, but we knew what we was on. You see where we was going with it. I'm about to see how much was on it.
Alright, let's jump back in.
Yeah, I got you. Alright, that was smooth.
I don't know how you're walking with your cuffs on. Oh, just go to the bed. Okay. Sure.
That's loud. Alright, let's talk about some...
Alright, we'll quit. Is everybody there? Yeah. Alright. Two things though. I don't know what happened, but we were pushed an EpiPen on that patient.
Wait, say again?
Who pushed EpiPen on that overdose patient?
It was me.
You shouldn't do that.
Why exactly?
You
I want to hear the reason.
I
want to hear the reason. Okay. Why do you think that it was appropriate for epinephrine to be?
As far as when you go talking about somebody being receiving an overdose, you have to put in an EpiPen.
No, EpiPen is usually for like a reaction, like a
allergic reaction.
Yeah, allergic reaction is what EpiPen is for.
Yep.
Then I would recommend an officer to approach a person that's an overdose.
Alright, well at least you know now, okay? But yeah, you need a push. I don't know if you have any materials, but you should have at least Narcan nasal spray. He does? Okay. Well, then you should also know what that is. But Narcan nasal spray, you have that in your medical bag. You should have that, and you should push that for an overdose. Okay.
I believe in the VC. Asked everyone. I don't know if you were there. Asked everyone, do we have any questions about how we do overdoses? You guys said we had Narcan. Yeah, we have Narcan, and I thought that we had a connection there with what to do.
Okay, that's waiting. But yeah, no epi, no can. Narcan goes through the nose. That's why it's called nasal spray.
So I have a question also, if you don't mind me asking you, as
Yeah.
as the subject matter expert. So when he was saying he was foaming at the, because I put a oxygen mask on him, but he said he was foaming at the mouth. So my immediate thought was like, okay, if he's already foaming and he got an oxygen mask, the canister is going to force oxygen into him. So I'm like, all right, let me take that off and perform CPR. Was that appropriate or was that not appropriate? I don't know. Let me just want to ask such a matter.
Well, it depends what kind of oxygen mask. If it's just a normal O2 mask, then that only works if the patient is breathing on his own, and it just helps him breathe, and it gets more oxygen in his lungs. But if it's bagging, then he's not breathing on his own at all. But you should probably take it off and then let the foam out and everything.
So the issue with that was that when he said his O2 percentage was at 12%, that's very low. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
And that's why I went to go grab that oxygen mask out of the trunk and then bring it to him, because we need this guy to, our main priority as EMS and LEO is to make sure this guy survives.
Yeah, exactly. But if there's yeah, you're right. But if there's like foam or something blocking it, there's no point really of like, and he's not breathing on it. There's no point of really doing an oxygen mask because the foam is blocking his lungs. So
Yeah,
really,
and that's why I took it off of him.
Yeah.
And then started doing CPR, but somebody grabbed me off of him, so I was like, okay, I don't know if I did something wrong or not, but I want to just clarify it so that we have a more understanding as far as the LEO side of was that doing appropriate? Was it not appropriate? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, the oxygen mask and all that was appropriate, definitely. One thing, I don't know what was happening, but we were doing CPR, right?
Yeah,
that's what he just said.
All right. What was his pulse? What was his pulse?
I didn't ask for a pulse when I was conducting CPR.
All right. CPR is not going to help for a overdose. CPR is purely to pump the heart and everything like that. If the heart is pumping on its own, there's no point of doing CPR. You're just pressing on the heart for no reason, and you can break ribs and all that with it. So definitely not a good idea for that. So, and also for some reason when we were already doing nasal spray and we were already almost getting him in the ambulance, somebody started doing CPR again on him and started doing, I don't know who that was. I think it was Diamond One or something, but he was doing CPR as well. I don't know why.
Me. Yeah, I didn't see where, and that's probably my fault. And that's why we're here for training.
Yeah. Exactly.
I didn't see that somebody already performed CPR on him. I didn't see that. I just saw that. The thing that I saw that made me start CPR was that his when he had the oxygen thing, he said that it's foam was building up, so I automatically knew to take the oxygen mask off, because the only thing that oxygen gonna do is just force it back into his lungs. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, but we need this guy breathing. He clearly can't breathe because the foam is in his mouth. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe he can't. I don't know. I'm not such an expert on it. And that's why I'm like, all right, I'm gonna take it off and just perform CPR. And while I'm pumping his chest, somebody said, "Oh, I got a suction cup," but then somebody else pulled me off of him, and I respected it, and
Yeah, I cut you off. I don't think you were in a chat, so it's like, what is going on? I had no idea what was going on. But yeah, but yeah, you don't do CPR for that kind of stuff. The only time you do CPR is if there's a cardiac arrest. Okay, there's no pulse at all. That's it. Not if there's no oxygen or something, but only for if there's no pulse. Obviously, like I said before, there's no epi for overdoses. You do that for allergic reactions. So if somebody's allergic to peanuts, somebody took peanuts, their throat is like swelling up and everything, you can push epi, and that will help. And a Narcan will help for overdoses. That's gonna go for the notes.
To clarify everything, the appropriate thing right there for if the patient was foaming, you don't have suction, so you would just turn the patient on his side, recovery position, and then just Narcan.
See, that's what I was saying. Like when we was doing it, I don't know who said epi, but I was sitting there, like I was like narco, but everybody was just saying whatever, and it's like y'all gotta know those, like at least the difference between an EpiPen, narco nasal spray. It could be a narco stick, like the narco syringe thing. But if y'all like, just take some time out of y'all busy lives and look up certain cop videos on what the cops have, what they hold in their trunk, how to use the things in their trunk. If it's something, if you don't know what a gauze is or what it looks like, go look it up, go type it out in Google and it'll pop up. With the AED thing, like I was glad that I was even able to even get put into the situation without knowing about it, because I'm first off, for the longest it's been, did never knew we had AEDs. Secondly, once we started using it, I was able to know when to actually use the AED. Now, it's probably we should put like a step-by-step guide on what the because the AED would tell you, like we could, because we train people on how to use it, but in real life, for somebody who don't know how to use it, they will also have a, it will also be telling them what to do. So I don't know, like if we can type out like a quick look, it can be used for fire EMS and and LEO, but like the AD instructions. First do this, then do this, then do this, then do this. Because I mean, other than if you get in the subdivision is when we train it, but I know like it's something we should teach like all the time. But like typing that out would be good as well for just all like people to have it.
Well, to counteract with the whole epi situation, well, I agree with the whole AED thing, but like I watched a lot of, and the biggest thing that I watched, and if you guys haven't watched before, it's called Grey's Anatomy. That, like as far as the medical side, it helps a lot. And so epi is not just used for like allergic reaction type deals. That's all that we know, because when we think of an EpiPen, but that when you say push epi and then EpiPen are two similar but definitely different types of syringes that are going inside of a person. Because sometimes people, when people are getting ready to go into cardiac, they will push. They will like, they will like push one epi or push two epi or push three, depending on severity of their heart rate and to get it to calm down. So I think that's probably where the little confusion at. So I think the person that did push the epi, because in order to push the epi, we need to know the heart rate. If the heart rate is going crazy, then yes, we did need to push epi. Um, if it's not going too crazy and he's not having no type of allergic reaction, then of course we use an epi pen and not just push an epi, because that's a different type of, similar but different type of syringe and that you're using within the medical field.
Yeah. Also, quote just saying, EpiPen goes in the thigh. Just let you know that.
It goes in the thigh. That's one of the sides. But the epi is just like, it's a more personal dosage with the pen instead of the regular. And you guys don't really have EpiPens unless you just want to carry an EpiPen, if that's one of your personal things. But I'm screaming right now everything you have in your med bag. I think it tells you the steps on how to do cardiac arrest, and I think it tells you how to do with the. I think it's right here. It's like all right here. I'm streaming it. I think there's a document. I made it a whole thing, and I think it gives us all the steps for this. It gives you what you have in your med bag. It's all right here. It's I made.
Did you make this for V2 or what the hell did you make this?
No, it's for V1s.
And
the Elios are.
Again, it's like what they just said. As far as like pushing epi, we would not have that in our med bag. A med bag is for like. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying a person's heart rate going crazy is not an important thing, but officers don't have that. We don't have. We try to make this as realistic as possible. I mean, like what he said. If we want to have an EpiPen, by all means, IGI when you log in that you have an EpiPen or you got a couple of them. But when you're talking about pushing epi, we don't have that type of equipment. That's what EMS and the hospital, especially the hospital, has. We don't have that type.
And then also I believe we did Narcan through the leg. Narcan is a nasal Narcan, so it goes into the nasal cavity, in So there's a few disconnects. Do we have any personal questions with any of those?
I mean, I believe we should just keep on doing little stuff like this, once a week or like, once every two. However we can do it. It'll always work to have medical, because when y'all show up, we know to move out y'all way. We have to know what to do before y'all get there, and that's just the main thing on getting the curve for every officer, new officers, even officers now. Where we know the protocols in each situation. Each situation is different. On just knowing what to do, and I believe these trainings, help. It's gonna help even for the next session and the sessions coming up. So,
And it's like what Conley said as well. Like, if you guys just don't know, look at how. Look, if you guys don't know, if you want to look at something as far as the LEO field, there's shows out there for you to watch. You got SWAT shows. You got CS, you got CIS, and if you want to learn something on the medical side, you got Grey's Anatomy. You got different things out there that would help you understand a bit more when it comes down to seriousness of when it comes down to a medical individual that's having certain problems.
By the way, Grey's Anatomy has proven to overall basic things and the wording that is, I think, accurate, but it has also been proven that some of the approaches that they take are unrealistic and things like that. So not 100% accurate, but there's some accuracy. If really the most accurate things you want to watch is any of the live shows, so like Rescue, any of those reality shows are
so
going to be
like,
the most accurate.
okay, so BPS, can you tell me what that is real quick?
BPM?
No, BPS, like in the service, say like BPS certified. What is that? I think it's a medical thing.
BPS certified.
Yeah. Unless I need to go look at it again. Let me go look at the world.
You got BPS on vitals, which is beats per second.
Let me go look at this road that's
that
made.
might be a different country thing.
Yeah, but I never heard that.
I mean, it's a road. I gotta go look at it. Hold up. In the LEO server.
A role called BPS.
Well, unless they deleted it. Yeah, they deleted it. But it was like basic medical training or something like that. Yeah, I think it's deleted.
You can too.
I've never seen that. But do you mean like
basic training, like basic medical training. Like it was a role that was made for LEO server. Now, basically, what I'm saying is, like, the role can be given to officers that we do know how to handle those basic situations.
Are you talking about BLS, which is basic life support?
I mean, it would be one of those, but that's what I mean. That's basically what I'm saying. Like, if it's another term for it, just use the correct term.
Yeah, you got BLS and you got ALS. So BLS is your basic life support, and ALS is your advanced life support.
I mean, if that could be implemented, it don't got it should be mandatory anyway. But what I'm saying is, for those officers that do, when you do trainings like this, and say they did 10 of your trainings, and you always seen them, and they showed up to do these certain scenes and stuff, and without you helping them, after the scene, you have to tell them, what to do. Basically, EMS can certify certain officers to them being known, they know they medical stuff. So I mean, we don't have a community that'll oh, this person really saved somebody, like that, but that could possibly, introduce. Because I mean, I've been a cop a long time, and real life, we have to train our officers to do this. I want to work with Fire EMS to where these stuff, how you just seen us, want to transport with you, an officer, all that from the scene to the hospital to whenever we depart. you know, every officer should get put through this type of run so they can see how everything should flow. Because most officers don't get to see that until it actually happens.
There should be some. There should be some kind of like medical training, to be honest, for just normal academy training. I don't know why there's not, but
I think we did
there
some
is.
academy first aid. No, no, for V1. But we did for V2, and we definitely got them.
Well, yeah, sure.
Onto that. But if you want to get people if they attend the first aid training that I do, kind of basic life support first aid training that I do, if I host them, then we can give them a role. You guys can make one in the LEO server, and then we already have one here. So
Y'all have one in Fire EMS server?
we have one here.
Oh, like what? Better, like what? Oh, see, like that's what I'm saying. I'm like, can cops earn those? You know what I'm saying?
We can make them.
I think that's a good idea.
We go to pre-session.
Because cops don't need to know that most advanced stuff, but as
Yeah.
long as you'll know how to control bleeding, do CPR, bagging, not hand, and all that stuff, you should be good.
I'll basically just teach them this so bleeding control, overdoses, gunshots, bleed, CPR.
Yeah.
If you start making those type of freaking trainings, I would definitely make my soldiers, well, not my soldiers, my officers go ahead and attend those, because that's something that I think that we should know basically, you know, just as, because, you know, before you guys get there, you know, when shit hits the fan, we the first ones to respond. And we should be able to, I'm not saying control how they are, but at least maintain them until the EMS comes there. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. That's your job in the medical system.
The session started 9, so yeah, I just want to let you lot know that session's going. So.
Yeah,
just nobody do stupid stuff and don't blow stuff up.
Don't be like smacking your
we have this.
Plain bumper cars as police cruisers.
Yo, we're about to wrap. Oh, actually, yeah, they're doing the session in this session, guys. So if you're in this session and you're not attending this session, then you can leave. But if you are attending a session, then welcome. But yeah, they're doing the session.
Real quick, because this was a good training, to be honest. But does any officer or anything like that have any questions about any medical related stuff?
I mean, I want to like continue doing more because you know, I believe working with you all will help all officers as well, to where we have to take out our time to work on the medical stuff with you, to where like I can, you know, all LEO should do this, like to where they will, you know, like to know that stuff, so when the time comes, not only like they can know what to do. We are about saving lives, saving the community. No matter arresting them or not, we should know what to do as soon as it happens until y'all get on the scene. And then even throughout, it's a joint effort on getting that person to the hospital, waiting after the surgery until they're done. Y'all possibly still have to add certain things, I think. And, you know, that's when y'all put them in our care. You know, I mean, one time they stayed, you know, I think I asked there wasn't too many people. So I had to stay on the scene to get evidence while I knew this person had to go to the hospital or whatever. But because it wasn't a lot of people, you know, it wasn't like I told the medical to cuff him to the bed. Cuff him to the bed, tell the doctors cuff him to the bed. And they didn't because I had to stay on the scene. I couldn't leave because it was evidence still, gun bullets, blood, all this. If I leave, somebody can come back, contaminate it, etc., etc. To where even if that situation does happen, a medical personnel can at least, you know, help us out if it came down to that. Because I mean, today y'all seen the escort, we seen the numbers, but most of the time it's one or two cops in state and somebody gets shot. You know what I'm saying? And
Um,
it's up to that cop to get the evidence too with that person to take to jail. You know what I'm saying? To make sure everything is um everything is put together for those crimes or whatever.
just since we don't, it's because they probably didn't cuff him because we just don't have cuffs. If you guys want to give us your
Yeah,
cuffs,
I gave him the cuffs to do it.
Well, even that,
if
if
you,
there's a situation where there's a guy that's violating or getting arrested or something, just and you're doing a transfer, just cuff him to the bed, and then at the hospital, cuff him to the bed again, and you won't be
Well,
able to go.
no, because that's breaking code law. You know, in my opinion, as on my solely opinion is that you know, because we try to make this as IRL as possible. We don't see EMS cuffing anybody to anything. You
Oh
know,
yeah, I've seen
when
it.
EMS, and even to this day of the world that we live in, it's a rarity when you have to have EMS call LAO. You know what I'm saying? And so, but when we do get the response, that's like priority one because you guys are again servants just like us, just in a different way. But we just uphold. We got to make sure we have that divided standard. Like, hey, this is what they do on this side. This is what the medical do on this side. LEO do this on this side. Medical do on this side. Because if we start breaking, I won't even say breaking rules because they say there's no rules on it. But if we start breaking the sovereignty of that, then it's gonna become well shit. SAHP gonna have their own medical team. You gonna be like, oh well, shit. Well, the fire department can have their own SWAT team, and they can go in by themselves. You know, and I don't want to
No,
start.
yeah,
It starts with little, and then they starts getting expanded. You get what I'm saying?
yeah. It's just if the yeah,
Okay,
like you know, I wrote that cuff.
if it's one cop in session and it's 7 fire EMS, what does that cop to do?
It is what it is. We have to accept that. Like, come on, like we can't like just be like, oh, you say go say it's like, all right, f of what screw what we trying to do as far as IRL. We just gonna break. We're gonna bend some rules or things that that does not happen in a natural or in the world that we live in today.
Wait, what do you mean exactly? Like what rules you mean?
Yeah,
Like
I don't know what
what
he's
are we
saying.
talking
Well,
about?
I'm talking about as far as I'm talking about something like giving EMS cuffs.
Oh no, I
That
don't
doesn't
think we
happen.
should do that. I don't know. We shouldn't do that. But I will obviously cops are gonna cuff if someone's getting arrested or something. They need to go to the hospital. They're gonna cuff them to the stretcher.
100%.
But we're not. We
You guys make
shouldn't
a
have
call.
to.
You guys make a call. It's automatically priority one. We're coming.
Look, man, remember, GTA limits us to what we can do because I don't know, it's gonna be really difficult. We're gonna have to alter a few rules then what things are IRL because GTA limits us in a way that we can't do
I
everything.
think y'all got
No, no,
question confused. I'm talking about if it's one cop, bro, and
Yeah, yeah,
you got 7 fire EMS. Somebody has to go to jail. It's one cop to transport, one cop to go to. All I'm talking about. I don't. I don't think. I'm talking about what are we to do in that situation? What is that protocol for that officer?
I believe in that situation. That cop is gonna be the best cop he can be for that day. Be by himself.
okay. Do you mean someone's getting arrested, need to be transported to the hospital, and just one cop, or what do you mean?
I'm talking about one cop. Look, I'm talking about for a situation that this just happened. Look, for like we could just say, for instance, one cop is on this scene because today we just did a scene where we had enough officers and enough fire EMS. All I'm saying is we all just came to agreement that certain jobs take certain amount of people depending on if it's LEO or fire EMS, and both sides should know what they need to know how to fill those positions on whatever day they have to be whatever position. All I'm saying is if we know because we got our people that would go in one cop knowing that they gonna be the best cop for the day, but all I'm saying is certain cops do ask for help, and how far can each person help us if we do know the numbers are lopsided for the day, for an hour. So it's like, so they can at least follow what they supposed to do the whole entire time. Because right now it's being talked about because it's never been. That's why I'm bringing everything up. Because we're here together.
So are we saying that we're going to start letting fire EMS go ahead and start arresting people?
No, I'm asking what do we do? I'm asking what is the protocol?
The cop, if he's one cop by himself in session, he's one cop by himself in session, and he's gonna be the best cop he can be. Whoever department he comes from, if he's by himself, he's by himself. I mean,
Okay, I don't think you answering it, bro. Like you're not. I'm asking, what does he do? He's one cop. Like we got one person in here having a seizure. One cop comes in, the fire EMS gets here. It's still bullets, drugs, guns, all in the house. From what on does this officer do by himself if it's nobody else to stay there on the scene after? If it's nobody else to help him transport and be in the side of the bed, what is that one? You saying the best officer, but now I'm saying explain what that officer does, and I'm talking about anybody. This not even just directed to you. So at the end of the day, all I'm asking is fire EMS here and it's LEO here, it's higher ups here in both departments, and right now real question is being answered. If it's one paramedic and it's 7 cops, what is that paramedic to do when it's 3, 5, however many people, because he's supposed to be the commanding officer to the officers, probably because he is the only person that's qualified enough to know everything, what to do and what to tell people to do. So it's like, for everybody to know this stuff, this is what we got to talk about.
It's the same thing they do in real life. Because there are situations, especially in small cities. Like we know the big cities as far as around the country, but there's also small cities as well. And small cities don't have a lot of EMS, and some small cities don't have a lot of LEO, right? So when the situation comes, that if it comes down to on a medical situation, all right, those 2 guys that are in the side of the EMS is going to answer the call of OML. OML is order of merit. Order of merit. Okay, this is the call we got. All right, we're going to handle this call. Once we're done with this call, then we go to our next call. The same way with LEO. All right, we can't do everything. We can't do it all by ourselves. We're going to answer the calls in the order of merit. We're going to answer this call that was called first. All right, after that first call, we go to the next call. Even though that call is probably over with the situation, it's still our due diligence to go ahead and investigate the situation and see what's going on. It sucks. Yes, it sucks, but it happens. I met people that preach situations where they've been, being the only 2 cops or the only 1 cop, and they handled a various amount of situation that has happened, and they made it happen. Yes, it probably won't happen when that personnel that's trying to make a scene want it to happen. But guess what? But we're doing the best we can as far as there's only one or 2
But
cops on.
I'm talking about what does this person do in a situation.
One
bro?
second.
Like,
listen, I think I have a little of an idea here. So, basically, I would say if there's one officer, right, he locks up the scene, which means you put tape around. You put scene tape, do not pass.
Okay, now the question is being answered. Okay.
Yeah.
Speak on it.
Now, once you've done that, the first responsibility is you need to protect EMS. You go with EMS. You transport the suspect, because he's dangerous. You don't know what he's gonna do, to the hospital. You cuff him to the bed. You have security. Okay, there's security in every hospital. Watch them. Why? It's the best you have to do because they have a gun and they can assist. One security is watching, right? They're not allowed to touch him because they're not officers. They're not officers of law, but they can at least watch him for you. You go back to the scene, you collect the evidence. Once you collect the evidence, you come back to the hospital. Even if the patient is still perfectly fine, they don't have to release him from the handcuffs that are attached to the bed that you put on. You then go, you get the evidence right, you come back to the hospital, you uncuff him, put him in your vehicle, you have all the evidence, you can even before you go and pick him up, you can even drop off the evidence at the police station, pick him up, bring him to the jail, book him, and then if you haven't put in the evidence until yet in the police station, you go then afterwards you finish the paperwork and put it in the police station. That's the best thing you can do.
Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying too. And then after that, then you go to once you do all that, Then you go to your next one. You go to the next one. It's, that one cop has as cops we have a lot to do.
So that's all. That's all that what every cop needs to know because it's a probationary
Yeah,
here.
we can't just sit
It's
here.
a
We can't just sit. We can't
it's a
just sit here
probation.
and like
Yeah, it's a
what?
probationary
You guys
here
are.
that I want to know
We can't. We
about
can't
the
be like,
process.
all right. We can't be like, all right. EMS, here's some cuffs. Just cuff them to the bit. No, that's our job. If you don't have enough cops, that cop will make do to the best of his ability and make it happen. One scene at a time. He would do everything he's supposed to do. If somebody's in the hospital, he will make sure they transport to the hospital. He'll make sure they cuff. He'll make sure he will stay there until they're ready to go to the hospital, until they're ready to go to the prison. And they go to the prison, do the paperwork. After they done the paperwork, make sure that person get there, sit the scene, get their time, do whatever fines they need. And then after he's done with that, and once they in jail, he go to his next scene. That's it. That's the exact same thing I just said. I mean, we can't break those boundaries between LEO and EMS. We love you guys, and you guys love us. I hope you guys do, but we love y'all, and we appreciate y'all every time y'all on time because y'all honestly give us a lot less work than what we already have to do. You get what I'm saying? So we just have to make do. If there's only one cop on, we can't cross those unrealistic barriers where we giving EMS handcuffs. Hey, you can handcuff him. No,
We're not doing that. That makes no sense.
no,
Like,
and that's all I was saying. I didn't think I said anything wrong. I was just saying the same thing that
I
the
know
other guy just said.
no, it wouldn't make. They don't have it IRL. Oh, marshals do that.
Yeah.
Oh, actual, yeah, that's what you guys are for. If you need cuffs or some guys being aggressive, then you guys will cuff them.
So we can do the basic.
And it sucks if you got, and it does suck. I see it all the time. I'm always looking at Discord. It sucks when you got hella EMS on, hella civilians on, and no LEO. All right. Well, the only thing that EMS can do is make sure that guy is good,
All
take
right.
him to the hospital,
EMS.
and they are done with their job.
EMS. What's y'all protocol when there's one EMS and it's a bunch of stuff out?
One EMS. Well, we got a bunch of protocols. So basically, we can ask civilians to calm down with the scene. That's one. Ask session house to do
Well,
that. Then we have locals. So all locals to that scene is oh well for that civilian if they wanted to make a good scene. Oh well, if you're doing too much, you can clearly see there's multiple things going on. That's your fault. Or we can go in order of priority. What's the most priority scene? Okay, that's not a priority. We'll call locals for that scene. And then something else that we do, we just ask more fire to get on if we can do that. But there's a lot of things we can do. What's that?
So like y'all.
I think that one thing we could do if we was like 10 on 10 with the shits is that hey, the people that are fire marshals and they want to like do like how we have like SWAT, med, people that are medical and SWAT or whatever. All right, that's just not something that's just given to you. No, we're gonna have to send them back to the training server, train as a LEO. Even though they're not LEO, just get just some type of training because if everybody as LEO got to train as LEO and they about to be doing the same things as fire marshals only, not just as any other EMS, then by all means, we can have that happen and then have them come to their respective units where they have the authority to do that.
Fire marshals they're just arson investigators, and they can arrest people. And they carry a gun.
To be fire marshal, you have to be a law enforcement officer. That's already a rule.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, a fire marshal is a big thing, and that's why there's only so many of them. Like, you got your EMS, but then it's only a very few amount of fire marshals you have in any state. As far as the state, any state, that's probably like in the state, depending on what's. And I'll only preach on the state of Michigan. State of Michigan, you probably only have one or maybe two fire marshals per city. That's it. for the big cities. The small cities, you only have one. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all want to do that, but I want to make sure everything is all equal opportunity. I'm like, hey man, take y'all bus to the train LEO training, and that will help us. Y'all fire marshals, y'all could attend things. Y'all could do ride alongs, whatever. Y'all have that authority. But it shouldn't be the whole EMS crew. It should be only like one or two of y'all because we talking about the state of San Andres. So it shouldn't be a lot of y'all. You know what I'm saying?
There's none right now. Well, there's only me and PJ, but like we're gonna get
Basically,
through it.
for the like SWAT things and the martial things, we have a few rules. So SWAT, you literally have to be an officer. There's no ride along or anything. You just have to be law enforcement. You have to be pre-trained, then also do fire units, and then you have to do hard training, and then you have to do a detective training with them, of course.
Exactly. That's
So that is
exactly what I was saying. And we are okay with having people that does that come in and do it. It's fine. We want to coordinate with you guys as much as we can because we want to get everybody in every scene as much as we can. Hell, if a civilian make a civilian arrest, we'll investigate it, and we probably like, hey man, civilian, good job, boss man. You should think about coming to LSPD or LSSD or SHP whenever you get a chance. Just throw it out there, but you know we want to make sure that whatever we do it's within the rules and the power of IRL, and of course we go off of the state count, I mean the state law of North Carolina, I mean of California, because San Andreas, yada yada, and if we get that hashed out, we're good. Like everything can
So,
happen.
so can I re-clarify something? Just to go back to the original point before this went like a 30-minute discussion sideways. Did you get handcuffs, TJ, or not?
Nah, we're not doing that.
No, we talking about for the future, so
That's
we
what
know
I mean.
how far.
For the future.
So
Yeah, yeah.
so we know like what our officers shouldn't, what fire EMS saying what they not, to where the line is drawn. I'm like, that's why we here. I mean,
Fire
that's why I
marshals,
believe we're
yeah.
here, to make sure that we speak on all these things, to where not just train, but actually y'all do y'all wake up every day and do fire EMS stuff. We wake up every day and do Leo stuff. We try to implement what y'all know, but obviously we not in the server with y'all to know exactly what y'all know. So to take out time to do this, not only I believe if y'all haven't been on certain scenes or whatever, like y'all know how we supposed to code for it before y'all pull up. Even as well, cops don't go like this is just fairly new. So this is where now working with each other, fire EMS, LEO, academy training's already been a thing. Cops training cops to be better cops, higher ups training lower ranks, making sure that they know what they supposed to know, whatever department. LEOs, Civ's doing it now for each rank now. Y'all know more about the terminologies for the medical side of things anyway. We need to have something basic to where new cops, whatever, at some point, we all do, like it has to be done to where that doesn't get neglected, because before head of LEO, before advisor, before all of that, that was something that wasn't there, and it's something that needs to be to where we are working together closely to ensure our cops are rendering first aid, because I'm not always in session. I'm not always there. So we have to ensure those new officers from they first ride along to whenever they become the highest rank possible, that it has come across them with a medical training.
Do you want I can send you the first aid training if you want to get them BLS certified for that. We'll take do that. I'll continue to do the medical training, the first aid training there out of session. So it doesn't take so much time. It's about 15 minutes. And And I think you've done the first aid training. There's a few people in here that's done the first aid
Yeah,
training.
I want to keep attending. You know, I'm gonna keep attending
It's
because
always good to do them. Yeah.
you know,
If
even at
but
the one time.
what I've seen is when I ask, does anyone want to do that? People, there's like 3 people that react.
Right.
Okay then.
I mean,
You
I
have to remember,
believe
it
if we
depends on
make
the MO.
it either depends on the time zone the training will be, the day. Cause me, I'll be at work. Like if I could be joined all yours, I'll be there. But majority of the time, I'm gonna be at work. So for those people that don't do it, I mean, it could be something that, like, you know, I talk to all LEO, you know, talk to the O1s, everything, O2s, O3s, department heads, administration, you know, figure out if they want to make it mandatory for whatever. But I mean, if you saying you don't see people wanting to do it other than the people that do, and if you say you be on scene and it's officers, you know, that possibly don't know the procedures, the same way how we try to do these trainings to make sure these officers know the procedure. You know, y'all know the medical side, and even working together has been rare. Even with dispatch, you know, we getting everything, every piece working together again. You know what I'm saying? For a long time, even still, you know, y'all been here for a while. Like how y'all been running the department, you know, since y'all became the O1, since the change and everything, been making that department like run smoothly. Like Pat talks to me all the time. So TJ, like when it comes down to like the training or the cop stuff, like even when it comes down to like if you say you got an officer that's coming into, you know, whatever department, you know, working close to like, all right, I want to know how this person acts as an officer. You know what I'm saying? To where you can get a review on the other side. Like that's what I tried to give you, you know, when it comes down to, if people don't know, like, you know, I try to talk to the O1s to be like, oh yeah, this person's, you know, is maturing, this person's doing everything that they're supposed to be doing. So if they doing it at Fire EMS, then they know that they can promote somebody with the medical, or you see he's an officer for the day, being the officer that knows the medical, that's showing all the other officers what to do, saving lives. You know, to where they said they was given that video you showed of them getting the medal, the officers and probably the civilians too. You know, to where it's like, oh, this civilian went out of their way because, well, we in a 10-1. I was in a chat one day. I got injured. You know, civilians came and saved me, but then they all ran away from the cop that got hit by a car, and nobody saved the cop. And I believe, like, if it's possibly like that, if they save a cop or whatever, you know, that if they could get a medal or something for it, that possibly, you know, they might start saving people too. Not thinking, you know, I don't know, bro. To where, you know, the stuff happens all the time, to where in the videos and stuff like that, to just bring the medical side of things together too. You know, junior civilians, I don't know if they get showed BPS. They probably do. I'm not a trainer, so if they do, that's cool. But I never knew what like the BPS and the post, like y'all showed me like what each number mean, how to put 120 over 60, or, you know, a high post or a low post without just putting low, high. You know, y'all showed me, like y'all showing me like what what is that, what each thing actually means, you know. And if it's things like as cops, y'all, you know, really don't know, you know, we have no problem on helping y'all too.
I believe they do teach them a little bit in civilian.
And
They probably
just
do.
to cab. Oh, go ahead.
No, my bad. No, go ahead. They probably do. I don't know, but if they do, that's good.
And the caveat on what Chief Conley is saying is like, you know, we, you know, as you can see right now, majority of the people that are here is higher ups. You know what I'm saying? Because we want to be able to spread this message and this word and this education that you guys have taught us to our officers. You know, and that was the biggest push, and you know, as far as everything, as far as the attending this, is like, hey, you guys teach us something, give us a couple of scenarios or a scenario, and you guys show us what we need to do as far as officers, what we have available, what technically should have available in our cars, and I feel like it taught us a lot that we should know, a lot of things that because overall the greater good to do is to make URP better. Make URP better, and you guys like even today I could say you guys did a great job. You guys did a great job as far as teaching us. We was here to listen. We wasn't here to be bashful or try to take control of a certain scene. You guys gave us the opportunity to actually learn on different scenarios on what we can do as better as far as officers, so that when it comes down to it, and I'm gonna have I know I'm gonna have my officers have to do a mandatory attendance, especially for the next time that whenever you have a situation like this or a gathering like this, my officers is gonna come, you know, or they're just gonna be restricted from the streets, and they have to do walk-ins. That's just how strict I am for my people, because I expect certain things, and they understand that. But um, but you have taught us a lot, and we all appreciate that because now we can dish down this information, this training, this everything to our officers that are constantly on when the session is in. So thank you, and I appreciate you guys.
But yeah, Conley, it would be your. If you want to make it mentor, if well, I'll continue to host these trainings, and then if I can get other people to start hosting. If you want to make it mandatory, it's
I mean, that's up to the other O1s as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, give them that choice. You know, of even wanting to. But I could talk to them, and then with their administration, and definitely, like, I believe it should be, but to give them a choice. And then make sure people are getting their certification, basic certified, like basic at least. Having something for that recertification possibly, but like just trying to start new things to where it could bring us. I believe this brought us together even more. We started doing like this. The most I've been trained with fire and VMS, and it's took I've been here a long time. So I believe when we start doing little stuff like this, like just if we can make it twice a month, whatever weekend, I'm mostly available on the weekend. Like throughout the week, it's over. Like we busy. So like so yeah, I mean like other than that, TJ, like Rise is here. No, I think Rise was here. But TJ, like what are you trying to see from the LEO that you've noticed? Like that's been just if you had a question on it, like what should we do better or what do we do great that we need to know, like so we can know what we should focus on. You know what I'm saying? As a group, because you be around every department when you're around. So I'm not usually in the sessions all the time. I get in the sessions when I do and see what I see. But you have people that's in there all the time. Is there little things like if a scene happens that you like, why did that cop do that? Or oh, that cop knows this, but this cop doesn't. What is it like general things like we should be talking about since we're here?
Mostly, we see a cop either not doing any medical treatment at all, and then it's like some people that have been trained, or I think should have been trained, and they're not, and then they don't respond to I'm hosting a medical drink, and they just don't do anything until if they know we're coming, and then there is leaving the scene really quickly, like leaving the scene. I've been LEO. I know you got to go to a 1080. I'm not saying on a scene of taser prongs if I got a 1080 happen. I understand that, but it's like every single time they're like, oh, you guys good here? We're leaving, and there's nothing happening. Okay, that's pretty fast. And that's just basically Jack.
not really, just be able to just code 4 scene properly. Because sometimes we have to ask multiple times for code 4, and they're just either not responding or they just don't get even what we're saying with code 4. So that's kind of weird sometimes. But yeah.
Just those things?
That's about it. I did have one person a really long time ago. He's probably not here, but we're doing, me and Rye were on the scene of a cardiac arrest. We were, taking 20, as I said, 20 minutes, 20, 30 minutes with your pressing fully. Now someone, and then they called us for like another thing. They were like, "It took you guys so long." And it's like, we were saving the other person's life. And he was pissed off. He's probably not here.
Oh, I remember. Yeah, it wasn't that, but we went to, I don't know, it was some kind of shooting. We were on another call. We were asking for code 4s. We didn't get it. Then we did get it. We went there, and then they were like, "Oh, he's gone." I'm like, "What do you mean?" They already called corner because he had 0 pulse. They just pronounced him dead, what they
Yeah,
cannot legally do. But they just pronounced him dead. They can't do that because only medics can actually do that. Unless he doesn't have a head or something, then cops technically can. But normally medical can only do that, and they just called him dead. And well, they didn't do it over the radio, but they said, "Okay, he's dead." Call corner, and that was pretty ridiculous. I told them, but it was really, really weird. I don't know why they did that, but
yeah. I was pretty mad about that. I was like, "What do you mean they call corner? Do they not know we're on?"
they knew. They just didn't know that we could save people's life with 0 pulse. I guess.
Any single medical call, we just
Well,
gotta.
it's a lot of things within this URP that we should kind of fix that happens, and we're trying to resolve those situations based off of favoritism or whatever. But we manage what we can. We are officers. We are medicals. We do what we can, and then we go from there as far as we can to the best of our ability. And then if we have our off time, we making complaints, and then we go from there.
But to work, Rye just showed up. Rye, do you have anything? He asked us if we have any things that cops aren't doing on the medical side that we want to talk about. It's a concern.
Well, I listened in for a little while, and I will, with the benefit of the doubt that you said everything, I was going to say it. So.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. No, I just wrote everything down. Definitely, because definitely. All right. So yeah, what else you want to I guess what are we finishing up, wrapping up, or are we about to do y'all have questions, or is there anything y'all have for me? What's up? Anything you have for any other officer?
I have a question. This is for the head of medical that's here, and of course the head of LEO. Can we make a medical certification that way we can identify our officers that haven't did the procedures or haven't did it yet that needs to do it as far as this training, so that because me personally, I don't want my officers going into session without having this. I may give them a onesie twosie, like, all right, it's your warning right now, but you need to do this. And then of course, whenever you guys decide to have another training, that's just to make sure that our people are there to your training, and because they have to be there, or they won't be able to role play. If you guys are okay with that, especially if it's the head of LEO is okay with that.
Yeah, I think we were just talking about. We already have a role in the main server, but he would just have to make the role if he wanted to do that in the LEO server.
So we all can role requests for medical certification, or
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's up to you because you guys have to tell us if we pass or we failed or something. You know what I'm saying? If we failed, we failed. Period. Even as higher ups.
If 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 anyone has gone through the first aid training, then I would give them the pass.
Okay, what about you, head of Elliot Conley? How do you feel about it?
I mean, that's what we were just talking about. But I mean, if everybody, you know, if everybody agrees, like each department itself, you know, say yes. Because I don't think it's a higher up in LSSD that's here right now. But I could just go ask them and then. But yeah, I mean, I believe that's something that should, you know, been a thing before I've even became when I joined the service. You know, like to where if it's things that need to be rebuilt, we need to rebuild those things together. So the the next generation of officers don't have to go without. And I believe if that was ever, you know, implemented, these things, those things like wouldn't have to be talked about. But this is where I love that we talked about it because we can resolve problems. You know what I'm saying? We can make sure medical, LEO, we all know what we do, but we all know what to do as well and as a group.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, I mean, I agree.
All right. Well, what? With that said, we'll head of Elio is cool with that, we'll give our units onesie twosies. But we're gonna put. I'm make sure I put our announcement. They have to attend the next one. If you guys are willing, one of you guys willing to do another section like this or certification like this?
We usually do them as first aid out of session, to make sure that because a lot of people they see it's in session, they're like, oh no, I'm not coming to that. That takes a lot of time. So I usually do them out of session. They're over VC explaining everything basically that we just did in this training, and we go through questions and we go through video, and usually we can do those on the weekends. I can host one later today as
Well, probably not later today because the we also have to think about like the last minute. We don't want that to be like a last minute thing. Be like, hey, it's the time. If you have a
It's not like
fair.
kind of.
it it should be 10 to 15 minutes total, but no, I'll just host multiple of the trainings throughout each weekend, so every
Oh, okay. And if you guys are cool with that, that'll be fine, and we'll make sure our officers are there to do so. And if they're not certified, by all means, Well, I'm gonna implement that. If you're not certified, you have a week to get You have 2 weeks to get certified. I'll let this week slide because this is the weekend, and then next weekend you have that. But after that, that's it. That's the cutoff. Like if you want, for my guys, if they're on in session has not been certified yet, they're gonna go ahead. They're gonna go ahead and be me personally gonna be written up. Just so, because I feel like every officer needs this training, and because you guys did a hell of a job with it, and you guys gave us a great amount of information, and just need to be put out to the rest of our departments.
we'll talk about that with the higher ups and we'll get that done. If any of you guys are joining the session, I think they need cops. We'll
All
see.
right, yeah, I'm gonna join Sesh and make something happen. But other than that, let's go with the higher ups as far as final thoughts. Let's go with the head of AMS first. You have any final thoughts? All right. Hello, Elio. You have any final thoughts?
Just great job for everybody showing up. You know, taking time out of their day to get, you know, training that every officer should be, even being here, showing the next officers, if higher ups, I believe it was mostly higher ups is ready and willing to do everything, you know, they should be as well too. So thank you, Fire EMS. Thank you, TJ. Thank you, Rise. Thank you, Pat. I know he's not here. Thank you, everybody that is a part of Fire EMS. You know, because I remember not being Fire EMS, and the fact that y'all take y'all time out to do that and to give us that side of the role play, I just want to salute y'all. That's all I got.
All right. At this time, this concludes the meeting. I would call a meeting to this session. Everybody here, you have a nice day. Everybody is excluded and can go ahead and depart.
Appreciate you, TJ. Thanks for the multiple trainings, brother. We'll make sure that our officers attend them soon.
TJ, is this over, by the way?
Yeah.
Since you're the one that hosted training.